Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my channel. If you're brand new, thank you for coming. I hope you keep coming back. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Please leave comments about how you feel about the video or anything you could add to it. Nothing but positivity. I don't want any negativity on my channel, period. And I pray for that and I rebuke that. I have my Cash App and my PayPal there if you would like to sow a seed or leave a donation for my work on my channel. Okay, today, first of all, I want to say I'm a speaker, and today I want to speak about labeling, and I want to specifically touch the topic of prostitution for women. I was watching a movie the past weekend, and it was a very good movie. You know, it was about a young teenage girl that ended up came up missing, and it's a true story. It happened near New York, New Jersey, that way. And the lady's daughter was well, they used the word prostitution. I don't like to say that, but she was working for money for sex. So, anyways, she was missing for a long time, and they were speaking, obviously, on the news in the movie, and working together with other women that their kids were, other families that their daughters, sisters, aunts, whatever, were missing as well. First of all, I want to say that we need to change in this world as far as labeling people. I'm not sure who gets the right to label people, but it needs to stop labeling, period. But today I'm talking specifically about prostitution. The reason that I want to speak about this, and I think this is something that needs to be changed in our new earth, in our new world, is because when you go on TV and you sit there and somebody's missing and you say, oh, well, they were a prostitute, they were doing this. First of all, let me say, there was a point in my life that I was out on the street and I was making money the same way that these girls were, which I said that was a true story, and what I'm going to tell you right now is a true story for me. There was a time for a couple of years, a few years, that I was getting money for sex too from different males. So I know how those women feel. I know the darkness that's out there. I know what a lot of those girls are going through. I was out there and able to meet a lot of different women, young girls, and to, talk to them about their different stories. And I was able to talk to them about mine. And many of us related in a lot of ways. So, first of all, I want to say I'm 100% sure that a majority of the women that are out there, women, young girls, teenagers, is because they've either been abused at home sexually, mentally, physically, verbally. Number two, the family members, the mother and the father, are not paying attention to their child. They're either working too much, they're not putting time into those kids. Number three, the parents are not stable parents. They might have addictions of many different addictions, sex addictions, drug addictions, and not just good parents overall. And that's a big reason why many women and young girls are out on the streets. Something happened within the structure of the family and the home that messes up the mind of a young woman and a young teenager, and makes you feel like you have to go out and do things because this is something that the world taught you that was okay to do, sex wise, I'm talking about, and then later you realize you're out there, oh, you can make money for it. But then there's some young girls and young women that they're not doing it by themselves. You get these pimps and these other men that think that they can control a woman and sell a woman or a child and do whatever they want to do. Well, no the fuck you can't. Excuse my language. No, you can't. Like, who are you to even think that you could sell a woman, sell a young girl, sell a young child? That's sick, to ever think that, you could sell a person and make money off of them while they're selling their body. It's not good to do it, period, because it hurts you. You could get sick. There's a lot of diseases out there. You could get sick. You could die out there. People kill people all the time. They rape and kill people. Depending on the drugs that they're using out there with needles, I've seen people die out there, like, found on the trains. All these young girls and these young women, they're family to somebody out here in the world, okay? Their daughters, their granddaughters, their nieces, their friends, aunts, sisters, whatever. They're human beings. These are human beings. How dare we as a people think that we could label them and call them a prostitute? They are not prostitutes. These are human beings that need to be addressed as human beings. And let me use an example so that way we could clarify where I'm coming from. When you get on the news and somebody's daughter, sister, whatever, friend, is missing, you go on there, you don't say, Susie, we're looking for Susie, she's a prostitute. No, excuse me. We're looking for Susie. She's the daughter of Anna. I'm using an example now. And if you have any information, please, let us know. Address human beings as human beings. Not as a prostitute, not as a gang member, not as a drug. All these people at the end of the day, whether you like what they're doing or not, they're human beings. Address them as human beings. Address them with their name. Address them with their last name. Address them for who they are, not for the titles and labels that we put on them. Whoever started that, that's real shitty. I don't like it. And that's my point of view. Like I said, especially when people are missing, people have been kidnapped, things like this, or killed. This particular movie that I saw, this girl was dead. They found her body. Thank God, because the mother didn't stop looking for her. And I respect her for that. They try to put her down because her household and how she was coming up, she might have not been the best mother, but hey, she tried. Everybody, just like all of us, we have things that we go through. None of us are perfect in this world. Not one. And that's what I want to say too. Let me clarify that. Nobody is perfect and not one of us is, okay? We all have faults. There's no household that is 100% perfect. And I just want to say that, and I want to say, address these women that are working out in the streets, whether they're working out there, whatever they're doing. Just like my church, the church I used to go to, they call them twilight treasures. They don't go out there calling them a prostitute. It's like basically, you're titling them like a prostitute in the courthouses, putting it on their records, putting it on paper. These people are somebody's child, somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, somebody's niece, somebody's granddaughter. How dare you? How dare we as a world label people like that? Who are we to label them? God made all things. He never gave not one person permission to label people or treat them, what is the word? Introduce them as basically you're introducing me and all them other people as a piece of shit. And we're not a piece of shit. You know, we are worthy people. We are people, human beings, just like the rest of you. Just because we chose a different occupation because for whatever reason doesn't mean that you addressed us as a prostitute or a piece of shit. Like I said, these people are human beings. You know, and I need the world to remember these things. You know, stop judging people and start helping people. Start working together like in that movie. All these people were working together as a family. You know, they were working together to to help each other, to get through the situations. And at the end of the day, each one of those people lost a sister, a daughter, a mother, whatever, so-and-so. You know, we're all hurting, you know, in this world. But the way that we do things, we have to start changing our mindsets. We have a very messed up way of how we think. And the mind needs to change. The way that we think needs to change. The way that we approach people needs to change. The way that we introduce people needs to change. And even if there's things that you may not agree with and you may not like, we still need to have respect. We're all not gonna agree on everything, because if that was the case, the world, it would be too good to be true. But it doesn't mean that we have to throw shade or disrespect to anybody, because look what happens. Many people die. You know, in this particular movie, it was a doctor that was killing these people in a private community, so it was hard for the police to get in there, period, because these people are quiet, private, they don't let nobody in. But yet he's over there killing all these innocent women, and this is a true story, killing all these innocent women. Who is he? Who is he? Who is I? Who is anybody else to kill a human being for whatever reason he had? And I just got very, disgusted with it, because the more that I watched the movie, the more God kept speaking to me. That's not right that they're calling them prostitutes. It's not right that they're labeling them. It's not right that they're doing it this way. So I had to come on here and make a video, because I adhere to my God. When God tells me to speak and do something, I have to do it. And I hope that when you watch this video that you share it with other people, because this is something that needs to be addressed. It needs to be changed. Remember, let me recap. Every person is a human being, no matter what they're doing, whether they're a prostitute, whether they're a gangbanger, whether they're a drug dealer, whether they're the president, whether they're the mayor, whatever. We're all human beings. Address people correctly. Have respect for people. It don't matter if it's the lowest person on the street, a bum sitting on the street, all the way up to the top, to the president. Have respect for each other and introduce people respectfully. Because I'm pretty sure if it was your daughter, your sister, your aunt, your niece, your granddaughter, you wouldn't be caught. You wouldn't be saying, oh, she's a prostitute. You know, you're going to have respect. Oh, that's still my daughter. That's still my niece. That's still my granddaughter. You know, we have to start changing. And start helping people too. I don't care if it's somebody that you don't know, but if you hear about it and you live around the area, go support those people. Go help those people. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if them people are going to find their daughter, sister, aunt, niece, granddaughter, whatever. You don't know. Many people end up dead because there's a lot of crazy people in this world that feel that they have the authority to take and kill people and take them out, which they don't. But they're sick in their head and their minds, and they're not right. There's evil people that walk amongst us everywhere. You could look at my Jesus. Look at the candle, how black it is on top. There's evil. We're fighting a spiritual battle out here. We have to start changing our mindsets. Start caring more about each other. And that's all I have to say. Just have respect for these women that are out here on the street. Maybe you want to call them Twilight Treasures like my church. Maybe you want to say, start using their first and last name. when you introduce them. Not that they're a prostitute, not that they're, soliciting. Don't put that on, people's right. It doesn't look right. Just like when a mayor makes a mistake or a president, oh, they had a sexual affair on their wife with so and so. You try to minimize that because of who they are, because of their title. So if you try to minimize and make it look good for those people, you need to be trying to remember that when you're dealing with prostitutes, drug dealers, and other people on the street, gang members. When you find them dead, when they're missing or whatever, they're human beings just like you and me, honey. So yes, we need to start changing that, and that's something that God told me that I need to speak about, and I did. And I hope that you understand where I'm coming from, and I hope that you share this video with the rest of the world one by one, so we can start changing as a whole together. None of us are perfect. We're working on being better people. So let's start by working on not labeling people with these titles, these ugly, shitty titles that we like to give people, okay? God bless you. I love you. I'm praying for all of us. I hope you liked the video. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Please keep coming back. Please share with other people. Leave comments. My prayers are with all of you, that this world be a better place and that we start changing as a whole and learn to love one another. Even if we don't agree on everything, learn how to respect and love one another, and learn how to appreciate and love our world, our planet more, and the human beings that walk this earth, because we're all human beings. We all have the same blood. Okay? I love you. God bless you all.